Good morning, my dear students. Today's topic is foundations of individual behavior. Let us discuss about individual behavior concept. Personality. In personality, learning outcome. Here, after completing this model, the students will be able to understand the concept of personality. Describe the determinants of personality, comparing the framework of personality, describing in important personality traits. Here, we are discussing about personality. Personality is very important. Personality is nothing but character, attitude, mindset. And according to organization point of view, critically evaluated other personality characteristics which are influencing the individual behavior at work. And introduction to this topic, personality is a major psychological factor that affecting behavior of an individual. The word personality is used very commonly in our daily lives to describe a person's job, prospects, achievements. Here, the word personality is used very commonly in our daily lives to describe a person's job, prospects, achievements, smartness, dressing sense, and popularity, physical attraction, way of speaking. Yet, personality is having some important qualities that are achievements, smartness, dressing sense, popularity, physical attraction, way of speaking, etc. But this view of personality is very narrow, and this narrow view is not enough to understand and predict the behavior of an individual in organizational context. In a broader sense, personality can be viewed as a dynamic concept which describes the growth and development of an individual's whole psychological system. Yeah, in broad sense, personality can be viewed as a dynamic concept which describes the growth and development of an individual's whole psychological system. Meaning and definition of personality. The word personality has been derived from the Latin word persona, which means to speak through. This Latin word means the mask worn by the actors. Therefore, the personality refers to role which an individual displays to the public. Here, the personality means it is a role which is an individual display to the public. And personality does not only mean charm, beauty, smiling face, and attitude of a person towards life. Here, personality means charm, beauty, grace, smiling face, attitude of a person towards life. But it is a dynamic concept which describes growth and development of person whole psychological system. Here, personality means it is a dynamic in the nature. It is a dynamic concept. It develops the person's whole psychological system. The concept of personality traditionally refers to how people influence others through their external appearance and actions. But for the psychologist, personality includes eternal appearances and behavior, the inner awareness of self as permanent organizing force. Here, psychology and personality is a appearance and behavior. The inner awareness of self as a permanent organizing force, and it is a particular organization of measurable traits. Here, traits means characters, both inner and outer. Inner character and outer character of human beings. Definition of personality. According to Gordon Allport, personality is a dynamic organization within the individual of those psychological systems that determine his unique adjustment to his environment. Here, personality means with a psychology and a sensation, behavior, functioning, and a character and mindset and attitude. These are synonyms of personality. Determinants of a personality. After understanding the meaning of the personality, the next question is what makes the personality of an individual, or how the personality of an individual is developed. Major determinants of personality are discussed are as below. Coming to the heredity. Heredity is referred to those attributes of personality here which are the determined at time of consumption of an individual. The characteristics such as a body type, build, facial attractiveness, eye color, hair color, height, temperament, sex, energy level, and reflexes are generally inherited from the parents, either completely or partially. And coming to the environment, no doubt that heredity is an important determinant of personality. But if all traits of personality were determined by heredity, they would be fixed at the time of birth and would never change in the lifespan. If personality is coming from the by birth, it never change in the life period. That is the environment point. And sadly, it is not true. This means the personality of individual is determined as much by environment as this does not by heredity. Here, personality is not coming from heredity concept. It is happening from the survival environment of the human being. Environment of a person which affects his personality is comprised of the culture and family and society situation. Culture. Culture defines the norm, values, and attitudes and beliefs which are passed from one generation to another generation. Here, every individual learns different values and the way he should behave in different situations from the culture to which he belongs. Here, we are having different cultures, different customs, different traditions. All the people are behaving in a different manner. The way people develop their attitudes towards independence, competition, aggression, task assigned, risk taking, and cooperation is determined by the culture. Every culture has its own subcultures, which further establish moral values and style of dress, standard of cleanliness, definition of success. Here, every culture will have some subculture, which is further establish moral values, style of dress, standard of cleanliness, definition of success. These cultural subgroups have great influence on personality development of an individual. For example, a girl who is born and brought up in a rich family of an urban area will behave differently from a girl who is born brought up in a poor family of a slum area. Here there is a cultural difference. And coming to the family, family is one of the very important determinants of personality. It affects the personality development of an individual, specifically in the early phase of the life. Race, religion, education, levels of parents. Every children identifies a role in the family and tries to behave like the role model which he chooses, like a father, like mother, grandfather, or elder brother, elder sister. The process of identification can be viewed from three different perspectives given as below. It can be viewed as similarly of a behavior. It can be viewed as a child motives and desire to become like a role model. It is viewed as a process through which it acquires the trait of role model. Society, various groups and relevant people of society as well as organization exert a great influence on the personality development of an individual. This phenomena is called socialization. Here, various groups, relevant people of society, as well as organization exert a great influence on personality development of an individual. This is called socialization. In other words, it can be said socialization involves the process by which a person learns and acquires from the society the behavior patterns that are customary and acceptable to family, society, and organizations. And coming to situation factors also play a very important role in determining the personality of an individual. It is often said that life is a collection of experiences. Here, every individual faces different experience in his life, which exert a great deal of influence on his personality development. Every individual faces different experiences in their life cycle and it influences on their personality development. It sometimes offers constraints and sometimes provides push to person behavior. For example, a physically weak, coward person sometimes perform heroically in saving life of his close one. Personality. Personality traits can be defined as enduring characteristics that describe an individual behavior. A trait can be better described as tendency of an individual to respond in an equivalent manner to various stimuli he is facing in daily life. Here, personality traits means it can be defined as enduring characteristics that face describe individual behavior. In past, various studies have been conducted to identify primary traits determining individual behavior predominantly. These all studies result into a long list of traits which were very difficult to generalize. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator (MTI) and the Big Five personality model provided a useful framework for classifying traits of human personality which are important from an organization point of view. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, here it is an instrument which is very common used worldwide to access personality of an individual. This instrument is comprised of 100 statements penetrating to human personality. Here, MBTI asks people about how they generally feel in particular situation. It is based on the responses given by individuals. They are classified as extroverted, introverted, sensing or intuitive, thinking or feeling, judging or perceiving. Extroverted assess introverted. Extroverted people are socially friend and self-confident, whereas introvert people are more shy and calm and sensitive initiative. Sensing personalities are very practical and very prefer to follow route and orders. On the other hand, initiative types of people are not practical, usually really on unconscious process, thinking versus feeling. Feeling types of people generally take decision based on their personal values and emotions. Thinking types of people are generally more logical and rational. Perceiving, judging the types want control and prefer their world to be ordered and structured. Receiving types are more flexible and spontaneous. Higher and lower score in each of these dimensions help in classifying the individuals into 16 different categories of personality. And the big personality here, the big five personality model is framework provides five basic dimensions of personality: extravention, agreeableness, emotional stability, conscientiousness, and openness to experience. Coming to the agreeableness, this trait refers to an individual ability to get along with the others, and highly agreeable personalities are cooperative and caring. Here, these people will be agree to all the people opinions, and they are very cooperative and caring personality. Whereas people who score low on this dimension tend to be uncooperative and disagreeable, self-centered. If anybody got less marks in agreeableness, means that person's personality is uncooperative in nature, disagreeable in nature, and he is a self-centered person. And coming to the emotional stability, this trait reflects a person able to withstand the stress. People who are highly emotionally stable tend to be calm, secure, self-confident. On the other hand, people who are emotionally weak tend to be depressed, nervous, and insecure consciousness. This dimension accesses the reliability score of an individual. Highly conscientious people are more dependable, reliable, and systematic and well organized, whereas people who have low consciousness are irresponsible, dependable, negligent, and unorganized. Openness to experience, more, less, imaginative, curious, creative, potential, avoids thrill seeking, behavior, and conservative and conventional. These are all factors of openness to experience. This dimension means a person interest and a creativity. Extremely open people are highly creative and are always open to new ideas, whereas people who score low are these dimensions are less interested or do not respond to the new ideas. Here, they generally stick to conventional ways of doing things, and various researchers have found strong relation between these five dimensions of personality and individual performance on the job. The employees who score high on consciousness tend to acquire higher job. Here, in consciousness, the people who are getting high score will get very better job and promotion in their field. Individuals who are emotionally stable and tend to be happier and satisfied from their job as compared to those who are emotionally weak. This is because emotional stable people generally think positively and experience less have negative emotions. Other personality traits relevant to organizational behavior, other personality trait influencing personality of a person and discussed as follows. Authoritarianism. This concept was developed by psychologist Adorno during World War II to measure susceptibility to autocratic, fascistic, and anti-democratic appeals. Since then, this concept has been used to describe the human personality, which strongly believes in their legitimacy of formal authority, set rules and regulation. Authoritarian people generally treat obedience to authority as necessary. Few people negatively stick to the conventional value system towards the people and work very rigged and against decision making based on the feelings and emotions. And locus of control. Here, locus of control refers to an individual beliefs that event happening around are either in one's own control or determined by some forces out of one's control. The former type of individuals are called internals, have internal locus of control. The latter types of people are externals, have external locus of control. Coming to the internals, internals believe that they are masters of their fate and whatever is happening in their lives due to their own hard work. Internals believe that they have to control over their behavior by doing their hard work. They are more active and in seeking information, performing better jobs. Internals usually enjoy higher level of job satisfaction than others. Externals. Externals are those who believe that whatever is happening in their lives is determined by their luck or fate or some other outside forces which are beyond their control. It has been seen that externals tend to be frequently absent from their job, less satisfied and less involved in the jobs than the internals. Machiavellianism. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. The term Machiavellianism was derived from the words of Niccolo Machiavelli. Machiavellianism is referred to the tendency of an individual to manipulate others in order to gain power. Such people are more likely to be involved in the organization politics. Some cheatings are happening, some malpractices, some politics which are taken in organization. The people who display the trait with higher intensity are called high match. Prominent characteristics of high matches are discussed as follows. High matches are more pragmatic, emotionally stable, and tend to adopt and type of means to achieve desired ends. Achievement orientation. It is another personality trait which is very useful to predict the behavior of individuals at work. Here, achievement orientation versus nurturing orientation in workplace. People with high need to achieve tend to put continuous efforts to do things in a better way. Such people are strongly believe that the success or failure is due to their own strengths or weakness and their actions. These people neither like to perform very easy tasks as they do not seem to be challenging, nor they like to perform very difficult tasks where chances of failure are high in case of difficult tasks. And self-esteem. Self-esteem refers to feeling of one's liking or disliking for oneself, or it can be denoted as degree of self-respect a person has for himself. This trait is directly related to an individual desire for success. People who have high self-esteem have full confidence in their abilities. Here, we should have very good confidence, we should have very good self-esteem and tend to undertake challenges and unconventional tasks in our life. Such people are more satisfied with their jobs, friendlier, more affectionate, and establish sound intrapersonal relationship on the jobs. Self-monitoring. Self-monitoring is a personality trait which describes a person's ability to adjust his or her behavior to external factors. Here, individuals with higher self-monitoring trait pay considerable attention and external cues what is appropriate in particular situations and behavior different in different situations. Here, excellent, fine, okay, unhappy, angry are stale. On the self-monitoring, we want to monitoring our performance, which is in our state. We want to observe in which state we are. We are in excellent stage, or fine stage, okay stage, or unhappy, or angry stage. And coming to the risk taking. Risk taking gives you the potential to gain someone of the value. Every individual is different from another individual in their willingness to take risk and chances. This trait exhibits an individual propensity to assume or avoid risk. The degree to which managers are willing to take risk influence their decision making and how much information they require before making their choices. High risk taking managers make more rapid decisions and use less information in making their choices than low risk taking managers. Type A personality and type B personality. Here, individuals can also be categorized into type A personality, type B personality on basis of general behavior pattern. Type A personality describes a person who displays the characteristics like competitiveness, time, urgency, social status, insecurity, aggressions, hostility of a quest of her achievements. Type A personality characteristics: hurried moving, eating and walking, tend to undertake two or more tasks simultaneously, cannot be relaxed, and don't believe in having leisure time. Believe in evaluating their success in terms of how much they gain from everything. Type B personality: never become impatient and never face hardiness. Never discuss achievements with other unless or until situation demands so. More relaxed and play for fun, relaxation than to win. Self-efficiency. Self-confidence is one's ability to accomplish and succeed in organization tasks. It can be described an individual belief in this own capability of performing a task. The people who have higher self-efficiency, means self-confidence, are generally more confident that they will succeed in a task, whereas people with low self-efficiency are more likely to be slacken their effort to or give up altogether in difficult situations. In addition to individuals high in self-efficiency seem to respond to negative feedback with increased effort and motivation. Those who score low in self-efficiency are likely reduce their effort when given negative feedback. Believing in one's own capability to get something done is an important facilitator of successes. There is a strong evidence that self-efficiency leads to high performance on a wide variety of physical and mental tasks. Here, self-confidence is very important. The person who is having the high self-confidence ability only can achieve the accomplish and succeed in their organizational tasks or professional tasks or personal tasks, etc. Here, managers can help employees develop their self-efficiency. This can be done by providing avenues for showing performance and rewarding an employee's achievement. Thank you, my dear students. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.